Now, a big part in breaking 100 every time is being able to strike the ball consistently with a reasonable scatter, but then managing to plan that when you're on the course. So I'm on the first tee at Monterey. Like many holes at Monterey, it's a challenging hole, and my aim is I'm going to play a few holes and see if we can highlight some of the key strategy elements. Now, in breaking 100 every time, I need to keep the ball in play, I need to plot my way around, and I need to position the ball so it gives me the best lines into the green. I'm going to play these holes with a 7-iron. I'm only going to have a short swing, and I'm going to try and not hit it more than 130 yards through the air. Now, I know a lot of you will hit it much further than that, but my point being, if I can take a super conservative strategy to this and still score reasonably well, then I think that would highlight the futility of smashing driver and losing the ball, out of bounds and taking a more, a bold strategy. So let's play a few holes and we'll see what happens, and we'll see what features we can highlight. Okay, now this hole, from if I'm only hitting it 130 yards, is pretty straightforward. I'm just going in that direction. I'm not going to run out to the bunkers. I know that they are about 230 yards away. So let's get started, and we'll talk more as we go. Now, that was the tee shot was downhill. I probably did fly at about 130, but it's kicked forwards a little bit. Now, here is where we need to be strong, because it's opened up the hole beautifully, and I've got 200 yards to the green. That is tempting to get the rescue out and have a go at it. But let's stick to our conservative strategy. If I can hit my 7-iron down there again, that's only going to leave me another 50 yards to the green. And on this first hole, this difficult hole, if I can get away with a bogey, stress-free, I'm going to be happy. So now I need to play in a way that gives me the best opportunity to come into the flag. The green is set in such a way that playing to the right would work best, but I don't want to get too close to the tree, so I'm just going to hit it straight down the middle of the fairway. Not too far. I'm just trying to give myself the best leave for my next shot. Oh, pulled it a bit left. Let's hope that's not too bad, and we'll go and deal with it. This is my third shot that I've left myself on the first hole. In actual fact, I was trying to be super cautious. I've hit too much club for my layup here. Ideally, I'd have been another 30 yards back and on the right hand side, so I could see up the green. So I'll learn from that the next time I play the hole. As it is, I need to deal with it. So, I've got this treacherous bunker in front of me. That really is horrid. I do not want to go in that at all costs, which leaves me with playing a super high shot that has to land and stop dead of about 45 yards. Now, given that, to break 100 every time, I can make 9 double bogeys, I can make 9 bogeys. I'm bound to pick up a par or two along the way. The key thing is not to have any big blowouts and big numbers and kind of ruin our momentum. So I'm not going to take that shot on. I think that could end up in me thinning it over the back or landing it in that horrid bunker. So in actual fact, I'm going to chip it that way. But when you play these layups, it's important not just to hurry it. You've got to think about where would leave you the simplest chip shot. And I think the further I can hit it up that way, the better. So it's important not to be complacent. Pick a landing spot. I've seen a sprinkler head I quite like the look of. Okay, now that has left me a fairly straightforward chip. Playing my fourth shot. Now that was a much better leave. Now I've got a fairly straightforward chip up the green without any dramas. So I should be able to chip this on and 2-putt at worst, leaving me a 6. Let's see if we can do any better. I'm going to play it with a rescue. We've talked about this before. I've got this raise above me, and then it's just all rolled from there. This is by far and away the most predictable club. If we're keeping the game simple, we need to be playing this kind of chip shot as often as possible. Oh, not a great one, 10 feet. But again, I'm guaranteed not to be making more than a 6. And on the first hole, well, I've got myself out of position. I'll accept that. Okay, quick read. My feet tell me it's straight. I'm going to go with that. I'll line it up. A little bit short. Okay, put that in. And we're off. We played the first hole, no dramas, in for 6, move on to the next. Right, second hole at Monte. This is really daunting, especially for, well, for anyone, especially for high handicap players. We've got a big carryover water, it's water all down the right, and it's a very long par 5. So off this tee, it's 500 yards, lots of bunkers by the green. Well, let's plot our way backwards. I need to get myself just short of that bunker, or over in this area, to make a decent approach to the green. And there's a lot of golf to be played before I get there. The temptation is to try and smash this as far as possible, but that's not our strategy. We're going to plot our way up the fairway, and in that way we're making the fairway as wide as possible. I'm not going to hit it more than 130 through the air, and we'll see if we can make a 6 here. That would be a good score. So now I need to know first of all what the carry is to that short distance there. That is 125. Okay, with down breeze, I'm sure I'll make that. And in that direction, there's a bunker at 260. I'm not going to go that far, so I can comfortably hit in that direction to the left. Okay, nicely in play, no trouble at all. Okay, not much to plan from here really. I've got a long way to go. I could decide which side of the fairway I want to be on, although to be honest, in this scenario, it's not a big deal. I just want to advance the ball up the fairway, sticking with my conservative strategy. Let's not take any crazy clubs and try and get it too close to those bunkers up there. Okay, wasn't the best strike, but it doesn't matter. I've got a massive target. There might be a little bit more thought involved in that next shot though. Okay, I'm on my third shot, and now I've got a decision to make. So, right, big bunker left, bunker a bit further up on the right. I need to know how far they are. 120 and 155. I don't fancy that gap in the middle, so I'm going to hit it 120, but to the right hand side, and see where that leaves me. So using that kind of shortened version of our swing, I think just a simple 9-iron up the right hand side. And that'll do it. Great, 3 shots in, I'm still in play, and I've got a good chance of making my 6 net 5. I've plotted my way quite nicely to this point so far, not hitting it more than 150. I've got 90 yards to the flag and a nasty bunker there, kind of in my line and to the right. Now, not everybody can fly it that far and stop it dead, so I'm gonna take a lower approach, just in case, you know, that is your situation, in which case I'm going to hit it a little bit left to the left edge of the green, and if I can chip in from there, again I'm taking all the danger out of the equation. So I'm going to hit to the left of the flag and go around that bunker 90 yards. Yeah. Okay, so I've played, what did I play? 1, 2, 3, I'm 4 to here. This was a bit of a letdown, to be honest. I wanted it further up that side, but it's not in any trouble, and it enables me to play the rescue again. So the reason I've been able to play 2 chip shots with the rescue so far is because I've planned around some of the trouble spots. So let's see if I can do this well and give myself a putt for that 6 net 5 that I wanted. Oh, it could go in for oh, what about that? Okay, so that was a 5 net 4. There we go. With only a 7 iron, a half 7 iron that was flying 130 each time, kept it well out of trouble and left myself the simplest possible chip shot. As it happens, I hold it, but there was a very good chance I was going to get up and down and make a 6 net 5. Hole 3, this is quite stunning. So we go down through the valley and then the hole turns right over water to a green round the corner there. Now looking at the chart, it's always a good idea to be planning backwards. Again, I'm not going to hit it far, I'm going to hit it 130 in the air. So planning backwards from the green, I'd want to be approaching the green from this angle really. So I want to be playing my 3rd shot from here. So I'm going to play my tee shot away from this bunker. I'm going to go over the corner of that bunker and I'm going to hit it and I'm going to wedge it along the green and 2 putt for a 5 net 4. Stroke index 2, oh, it wouldn't be, would it? It'd be a 5 net 3, that's the plan. Either way, let's see if we can make a 5. Right, so 130 yard shot. Now, if I'm going away from that bunker, I should really be teeing it up over this side. And that gives me a clearer angle. Oh, that's not great. That is hooked and out of position. So that leaves us a challenge. We'll get down there and we'll have a think how to plan the hole from here. What I don't want to do is try something crazy to get myself back into position and and too far up the course. So let's see if we can keep the ball in play and do the best we can from there. Shot 2. Now this is where things often unravel. I see people having made their strategy, get to a position like this and think, oh, perhaps I could cut a bit more off the corner, I can get a bit closer to the green. But you've got to think what that does to your score. Getting a little bit closer for your approach is unlikely to actually make any real difference to your scorecard. So I'm quite lucky. I mean, I had it way offline, but I'm in play. What I do need to know is how far is that bunker in front of me, given that I'm trying to carry that bunker and the trouble to stick to my plan of coming in at the green from the side. That is 102, so it probably needs safely 120 to carry. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to hit a kind of half an 8 iron there and then have a wedge up the green. Now this is keeping me well away from the water as well. The other option would be to play in line with the flag and then go over the water, but that would mean I would have the possibility of hitting this shot too far and going in the water, and of course it leaves me the shot over the pond and over that bunker. So better off to hit it longer and up the left. Okay, that felt good. Yep. And this is where my second shot has left me. So I think the learning point there is I've hit certainly one very bad tee shot, but because I was only hitting it 130 yards, it didn't go miles offline, didn't put me in trouble. Had I have made that swing with a longer club, that would have been a lost ball 3 off the tee. I was then able to recover with a fairly decent shot to here. I mean, it's in the rough, but it's no big deal. And I'm looking straight up the green. So what is stroke index 2, a very difficult hole with this kind of treacherous lake that you have to fly over. We're not even, that's not even come into play here. We've played along to the side, miles away from the lake, and we've got a fantastic view in at the green. Let's not mess it up now. If you've enjoyed this video, then please click subscribe and I'll keep you up to date with more coaching information. And if you really want to take your game to the next level, then please visit my website, golfcoach.online, where you'll see there my subscription channel, which is Golf Coach Access, which is all about building a golf coaching and education community and having really structured long-term programs. And the best thing is you can get immediate free access.